What up, YouTube? Case Most Prime here, back at you with probably... I'm not sure how many more videos I have to make of this before my actual thoughts on video, but... Next up we'll be having another Kamen Rider Wizard update video. I have two topics this time, the toys and his Henshin. Let me start off with the more advanced one, the toys. Now, as we all know, this past Friday, the Japanese Kamen Rider 4's movie, Kamen Rider 4's the movie Everyone's Space is Here, was released in the theaters alongside the Go Busters movie. I forget the title because I've lost track with Go Busters. But, as we all know, tradition with Japanese summer Kamen Rider movies is that in the movie, the main rider of the next series does make a brief appearance, and usually helps the current rider in a battle. This was evident in A to Z Guy Memories of Fate, where O's helped double, defeat the Luna Dopant, and there was also evidence in the O's, the Shogun, the Wonderful, and the 21 Core Medals when Forze, or Force, helped O's. And the same thing's going to happen here, where I believe Kamen Rider Wizard will come in, and he will help Kamen Rider Force. I'm personally really going to miss Force. I thought Force was a really great series. I have not enjoyed the series really that much in a while since Double, but I'm really going to miss Force. I hope he gets a good send-off, and I will definitely watch the series again in the future, because Force was a kick-ass rider. But anyway, at the theaters where Kamen Rider Force the movie was played, people who went were given an exclusive Gamba Ride card, and which was usable in the Gamba Ride machines to unlock Wizard, and also included was a small pamphlet advertising Kamen Rider Wizard. And in it, it showed two toys, the Wizard Driver and the Wizard Sword Gun, as well as the updated Gamba Ride machines. So let's start off with the Wizard Driver, which is the main Henshin device of Kamen Rider Wizard. Based on what we know in pictures and what we've seen online, the Wizard Driver is going to come with the belt and two rings. The flames, or actually, three rings. The Flame Style Ring, the Water Style Ring, and the Strike Ring. If I got that wrong, please do tell me immediately. But it comes with those three rings, and it's kind of like with O's, where basically how it works, there's a scanner in the hand on the belt, and there are these chips in the rings, and basically what will happen is, you'll put the ring on, you'll hold it up to the scanner on the belt, and it will activate the specific Henshin sequence sounds, or the attack sounds. And as I said before, it comes with three. Obviously the belt has to come with some, but like with, I'm guessing they're gonna make, like, ring sets for his future forms and attacks. But there's also the Wizard Sword Gun, which is his other weapon, which, as the name would imply, goes from a sword to a gun. And it comes with also comes with two rings, the rings for his Land Style and Hurricane Style, I think it's called. And basically, it also has a hand scanner on it, so when he scans the ring, it activates his finishers, as well as specific attacks. I personally hope that the rings are a good size, because... where's one? I'll be right back. I'm hoping that they'll be like, the Green Lantern rings we get over here in America, where they have, like, the one-size-fits-all, and the little cut in the bottom, so that way you can, adjust them. That's something I'm hoping for Bandai of Japan, because if we get something like this, where it's a closed circle, and, we're not adjustable, then we're gonna have to resort to customs, or wear them on our pinkies or something, because you've seen the bells, they're pretty tiny on waist, so imagine what they'll do with the fingers with the rings. But anyway, that's one thing. And also they show how it works with Gamba Ride. Basically, as we all know recently, that they incorporate the DX toys into the driver, or the Gamba Ride game. They update it with the current rider Henshin format, like we got the O switches, the O medals for O's. It was fitted with slots for the Astro switches for 4s. And now we're getting a hand scanner on the machine, so you can use the rings. So I'm guessing you play as Kamen Rider Wizard, or if you have your own cards, you can play as other riders, but I live a couple million miles away from the nearest Gamba Ride machine to find out. But it's basically, kind of like with the toys. And also being released, our candy toy, wizard rings. And basically they work the same thing as the DX ones, but they're probably a little simplified. But they do make them individually. They make them for the only ones we've seen so far in package, and what it will look like is the one for his flame style ring. Also, these past few days, we were also shown, or got our sound sample of Wizard's Henshin sequence. I will admit, it's going to take some time to grow onto, but it's actually interesting sounding, so let me go ahead and play it for you here.
Freeze!
Now, if you couldn't tell, that was exclusively for his flame style, if you couldn't tell by the flame part. I will admit, it's an interesting sound Henshin sequence. Kind of reminds me of the, O sequence with the jingles for, like, Tatoba, Gatakiri-ba. But the only real part I don't like about it is the please part. Maybe that might play some sort of role in the series. Maybe once we get a full trailer that might show a bit of his Henshin sequence. Although I will point out that was probably not the full Henshin, because if you remember with the Force one, it just started with the final whirring sound before the countdown. We didn't get the sound effect of the Force switches being activated. I'm probably assuming that sound clip was probably taken from a press conference, or someone did record it at the theater. I do know also that there is the sound effect of his finisher.
A data file has been sent
Getting a
to your
text
colleague.
from... Oh, it's the lady friend. Ugh, I'll have to check that later. She's been rambling about Hollywood Undead lately. But anyway, back on track. Yeah, it's an interesting Henshin sequence. I would like to see this actually happen. I am interested in the series. It reminds me a lot of Kiva. I think it's actually going to be a really cool series. I see no disappointment in it so far. Though I don't really care for the villains, but the rider looks really cool. I like his forms. His Henshin sequence seems pretty interesting. I might end up picking up the toys for this one. But, that's all the news I have for Kamen Rider Wizard. If you have anything else or any comments, by all means drop them in the section below. I'm interested to hear your feedback. And I really can't wait for Wizard. I guess that's about it. Later, guys. I'm out of here.